Hi, it's Jenny Clark from the Pair Solution Plan, and I'm here with Matt Luxton, who is...
I'm an equestrian athlete specialist.
I've just got a few questions to ask you about some stuff that you've been working on.
Yeah.
So you've set up a new Facebook page specifically for equestrian athletes. Why did you do that?
Well, basically, like I've been working with a lot of equestrian athletes personally, and I've just found that they've been neglected in terms of the level of information that they've been able to get hold of in terms of their fitness. Unfortunately, some of them have been only really subjected to sort of group exercise classes and nothing that's really specific to being riding fit. So my aim is to get as many equestrian athletes, I use the term athletes because I want them to consider, or other sports to consider equestrian seriously, so and the training for it, because equestrianism is very demanding on the body. So the Facebook page is really there for everyone to join in, and then we can have conversations about how to get fit to ride.
Brilliant. So is that one of the biggest fears amongst equestrian athletes, on how to train and what to do?
Yeah, it's I think some of the biggest fears are sort of not necessarily knowing what exercises are best. Perhaps like because of the lack of information, not knowing how they could structure the exercise into something specific. A lot of athletes will just find themselves doing one or two exercises here or there, and they don't really get any benefit. And also, sort of like the time factor as well. So not having enough time. So by not knowing how to organise the training, it actually places more stress on them in terms of their time. So they're some of the biggest fears that we find. Also, you've got your sort of lower back issues with riding, and also being and hip mobility as well.
So there really is a difference, isn't there, between being generally fit and then being fit to ride as well?
Yeah, there's a massive difference, and I think the sooner we can eradicate the problems of just doing general fitness and actually get people doing things that are going to help to optimise their performance in the saddle, the sooner other sports are going to start to take equestrianism seriously. And also, by being subjected to general fitness, the equestrian athlete often ends up with imbalances that they shouldn't have. Riding is a sitting sport, so we get tight lower back muscles and tight hip flexors. So then if they go and do a generic program with a trainer who just gives them a generic program that they will like with anyone else, then the equestrian athlete then becomes prone to injury.
Right. So is that one of the most neglected areas of training?
The generic?
Yeah, and having muscular imbalances.
Yeah, it is. Part and parcel of the sport is very wear and tear on the hips, around the pelvic area and the lower back, into the ankle. So by focusing on specific mobility circuits and also working through some flexibility work, also core strength, I can find that we've really had some great results in terms of just making it really specific. Doing a self-postural assessment at the start really helps as well, just so they can know exactly what it is that they need to work on.
And what are your best tips for a short time workout for equestrian athletes? What sort of things can they do to fit into their schedule? Because I know they're busy people.
Yeah, so a lot of them will have things to do in the morning before they go to work, so they'll have their horses to do, or if they're fortunate enough to be a professional, they'll actually be going straight to ride. But quite often they'll be riding and juggling having breakfast and everything like that. So by perhaps using a 20-minute workout or 20 to 30-minute workout per day, we can easily fit that in. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be in the morning or the evening. It can be wherever they have their time, because sometimes the equestrian athlete finds himself with time to do things at different times to the normal population.
Yeah, they don't just have a 9-to-5 job, do they?
Not
and
necessarily.
then go to the gym at 6:30 after work, and that's it, do they? They've got other things to do.
And they haven't really got time to go to the gym. So by providing them with efficient exercises at home that they can do, we really sort of start to cut down the time problem.
Because you haven't got that travelling to and from the gym, then having
Exactly.
and that extra hour that you're wasting could be quite valuable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the time they drive there, train, shower, drive back. That's a huge chunk out of their day, and we need to make sure it's time efficient, home based. Doesn't need to be with extensive equipment. Just really efficient in terms of their exercise.
Excellent.
All right.
Sounds great.
Does that help? Yeah.
Thanks for your help, Matt.
Thanks, Jenny. Take care.